Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I felt like doing a little vlogaroo today, so I'm getting back into my energy, which feels really good. I'm just about to head out to go to Kirtan tonight at the practice. This is a yoga studio in Bali, and Kirtan is, the best way that I can explain it, or the simplest way I suppose, is singing mantras. And what I've found is that it definitely releases emotions. It is a highlight of my week. It's my anchor on Wednesday nights. I call it that because it just brings me right back into my soul, and it feels like it overflows my cup. And yeah, we sing all sorts of beautiful mantras, like the mantra for Ganesh, Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. I'm sure that might sound familiar to a few of you. Anyways, we had a crazy rainstorm today. So the past hour and a half, I was just kind of hanging out in my room, meditating, working on a course that I'm taking online. And yeah, I didn't think I would be able to go tonight, so I'm actually really happy that it's cleared up. I don't like to drive the scooter in the rain. I mean, and this was like a wall of rain. So I guess that's what rainy season is. Yeah, sometimes it rains in the night and we're lucky, but sometimes in the day. But it's wild. It's beautiful and crazy, and I actually really prefer that rather than where I'm from on Vancouver Island. It would just rain and mist all day versus a wall of rain for like 45 minutes to an hour and then gone. Much rather appreciate that because it's already really hot now. So yeah, I'm gonna grab my bag and we'll head to Kirtan. This is my new bike. I don't know if I've shown the vlog yet. I definitely showed you on Instagram. So I upgraded to the Honda PCX. It's a keyless bike and oh my gosh, I absolutely love it. Unfortunately, I couldn't film any of the actual Kirtan experience. There are rules, no cameras in there, and although I had my camera, I just didn't feel right about being a badass in that space because it is so divine and so special. So if you are in Canggu, if you are in Bali, I highly recommend. Ellen, who sings at Kirtan, she just has the voice of an angel. She is phenomenal, such a beautiful and vibrant being. And yeah, or just Kirtan wherever you live. I definitely recommend looking for it, seeking it out. It is very, very powerful. I always have so many beautiful awarenesses and just feel so connected to myself. Anyways, as you can see, it's hot now. The rain has most definitely passed, and it is hot again in the evening. And you guys, I'm going to do Kambo tomorrow morning. So I'm actually doing my first self-treatment in my own ceremony space. So this is big. I saw a frog when I was eating dinner, but my camera wasn't on hand, so I caught a little bit on my phone, but that's just one more sign. I've had so many, but I want to show you my ceremony space because I just set it up. Okay, so here we are. I just set up my altar. I'll add a few more things tomorrow morning. And I got my mats all set up so that I'm comfortable, my water, my bucket, everything. And yeah, for those of you who haven't seen yet, this is my ceremony room. And yeah, I'm so grateful for the space. It looks absolutely beautiful in the daytime because there's a garden out here and there's a beautiful view out the back of the house. I'll definitely show you tomorrow morning. I won't show you my treatment. That's a very sacred, special, vulnerable time. I mean, I'm already like very vulnerable on the internet, but you know, just next level. And yeah, I just really want to be completely focused on my process because I think I shared in the last vlog, I've been experiencing anger, and Kambo is actually very good for helping you to release anger. And for me personally, it's a difficult emotion to process because I don't resonate. It doesn't feel authentic to be, you know, like pounding on things or screaming into a pillow. The best thing that I've found, the best tool so far has been writing into my anger, and that's actually helped me to uncover a lot of narratives, because it seems like what I'm feeling right now is just anger towards my mother and and resentment about my childhood. So yeah, self-treatment tomorrow. So I'm gonna check in with you guys. Most likely we'll check in before, if not after. Hey friends, so it is the next day now. I had my Camo ceremony this morning. I'm actually just editing a vlog for you all. I rested most of the morning and afternoon, and then now I've got my energy back, so I'm feeling good about editing a vlog and getting that out for you guys. This will be the first one that I've done in about a month, so it feels good to have my productive flow and alignment energy back. We're back in my ceremony room now. It's all cleaned up, and the staff came today to do some cleaning. So it's extra sparkling clean after my ceremony. I just didn't feel like having my camera out. I started the morning and I just took it easy. My whole entire ceremony, I think, took between 3 and 4 hours. I really took my time. I journaled, I meditated, I took Sananga, I, you know, set up the space the night before, as you saw. There was really just nowhere else to be but with myself, and I feel like all that energy that I put in to create the ceremony for myself really allowed for the deep processing, because I took so much quality time in carving out my intention, in looking at all the things that weren't serving me, all of the exhaustion or undesirable things in my life, and or more especially like in my mind, like unserving thought patterns or feelings of anger and frustration. I really just looked at everything, and I feel like I let go of so much more than I even expected. So with Kambo, I mean, especially this is the first time I did a self ceremony in my own space. I'm just gonna sit down for a minute while we chat, because I just want to reflect a little bit on this specific ceremony, because I did the first time I ever served Kambo was on myself, because we must be able to hold space for ourselves before we can hold space for someone else. And the first time that I did my Kambo self-treatment, it was like a very intimate experience. Esther and B, the other practitioner in training, were there too. So, you know, I was in my own ceremonial process with it, but there were still other people around. So that's why this time today in my space was extra special, because it was just me. And I feel like it was really important for me to do that, to hold space for myself in my own space, because this room manifested, this villa manifested just after I got back from Kambo practitioner training, and I couldn't imagine a more perfect ceremony space. Like, just the layout of it, you know, the garden out front, everything is just it was so created by my intentions and my desire to serve this medicine and just have the most beautiful, ideal environment for people. So I got to be my own client, and it was beautiful. I think naturally it's a little bit scary, like the ego was a little bit nervous, but the soul is always so excited for ceremony. Any type of ceremony, I love it. I feel like it's my favorite place to be in the whole world, is in ceremony, because it allows you to get to know yourself on a much deeper level. And today, the things that I purged, like I mentioned, anger and frustration has been coming up for me. There was a lot of self-judgment that I became present to as well in sifting through my thoughts last night and journaling them out this morning. A lot of self-judgment, and that just has to do with shedding different identities and all the shedding that I am doing in my Saturn return and all that jazz. But yeah, I also let go of exhaustion, and one thing that really surprised me was I had a couple conscious purges of self-hatred. And by conscious purging, I mean like Kambo is not a psychedelic, so you're not having visions or anything. But if you are in tune with yourself, and I find like people who are generally intuitive can have a conscious purging experience where you get an intuitive hit, that's the best way I can describe it, or a download about what it is that you're releasing. And I had a couple purges of self-hatred. And it's gonna be a little bit TMI, but like these were like from deep in my gut. That's what it felt like something really like came out like from deep, deep, deep in my solar plexus chakra, sacral chakra even. I just felt this come up, and when I was purging it, it was like self-hatred. All the ways in which you hate yourself. And I feel like I genuinely like love myself. I'm always looking to improve, and now I've got this new aspect of like learning to mother myself. Like I feel like I'm always expanding in this way of self-love, but I feel like naturally the subconscious is something that we're always working through, and any resistance towards the self, I suppose, can be seen as like, you know, I think that's what it was, like the self-hatred that I purged. It was like the ways in which you don't believe in yourself, or you might put yourself down subconsciously, or just naturally resist yourself from the life and the love that you desire, right? And in that way, a few of the other purges that came out was everything that was in my way of love. And not like love by like a romantic partner, I mean, sure, that's great, but just everything in the way of me just living a life that feels more in divine love. And overall, it was just really beautiful, and I rested in the morning and this afternoon, and now I'm, you know, feeling that Kambo uptick that happens, the vibrant energy, and I'm feeling so much better, you guys. I mean, I've been going through a lot. I've opened up a little bit about that, not totally, but I'm starting to feel more of myself again, which is why I'm making a vlog. But yeah, anyways, I love you guys so much. If you are actually in Bali or in Canggu, you are more than welcome to come for a one-on-one Camo ceremony in my space. I'll leave my website down below, or you can email camboradiance@gmail.com. I do personal one-on-one ceremonies, and actually next week I'm serving a couple together, so if there's someone special in your life, or like your best friend or something like that, you would like to do it together, that's okay too. But yeah, sending all my love your way, and thanks for watching, guys. Bye.